Hi guys! Before we start sa video, let me say sorry sa mga wrong pronunciations like lost, pedangles, and naman pa. But let me introduce first the objectives in this report. First is the biology, which consists the taxonomic classification, characteristics, ecology, distribution, life cycle, and reproduction. The next is the uses and importance, which is ecological and economical. The next is production of statistics like status and trend in aquaculture and our captures. Next is market and trade. The third is the threats, and the last one is the lost governing or protecting the species. Good day everyone, I'm here to discussing you my topic, and it's all about giant freshwater shrimp. Most of tining giant freshwater shrimp, lahi ba tayo jud ni siya sa seawater shrimp nga kanon ni nating makitaan? So, anyway, giant freshwater shrimp is also known as giant freshwater prawn or giant freshwater river prawn. It is a striking looking prawn nga in which ang duha ka pair ni nga walking legs nga madali ra jud natin mahibaw-an nga mo jud ni ang meaning sa genus name nga large arms. Then the next is the taxonomic classification of the giant freshwater shrimp. First is kingdom Animalia. Nabilong na siya sa Animalia. Phylum Arthropoda, subphylum Crustacea, class Mallocostrata, order Dicopoda, family is Pelimonidae, genus is Macrobrachium, species is Macrobrachium crucenvergi. The next is the characteristics of the giant freshwater prawn or giant freshwater shrimp. Locally, kung diri sa Pilipinas, matawag ni nato ni siya nga uwang or ulang. Or ang common name sa giant freshwater shrimp ay uwang. Kung diri sa Bohol, uwang genus siya. Then, ang giant freshwater shrimp or prawn o ang seawater shrimp is maora genus siya. Same ra na silag mga body, may na silag mga shell or exoskeleton. Yes, it is an invertebrate with exoskeleton or shell. Ang lawas sa prawn is composed ni siya og 3 ka parts, which is the head, abdomen, and the tail. There are 13 teeth in the lower part of the rostrum. Kabantay mo anang murag na sungo ba na siya naadiha siya sa lower part, naadiha ni mo makitaan ang ngipon nila. And then the telson extends up to the end of uropods older. Ang telson is not just a part sa likod, salbing sa ikog, na dito Then ay nakoy picture nga ipakita. Dihaan medyo makuan kung asa nga part ang mga gipang-ingon. Then Macrobrachium crucenvergi juveniles and the adults are normally distinctively blue in color. Occasionally, there are brownish with orange stripes. But ang Macrobrachium crucenvergi can vary according to where prawns are found. Depende kung asa nimo siya makita. Depende kung asa siya nga water ang makitaan. Kung asa siya maka-adapt sa environment or something nga ana. Dadi siya maglahi-lahi siya ang color, it because sa environment rapod na nila. The next is the external morphology of a freshwater prawn. Yes, the eyes and the first antennae, which each have 3 segment pinnacles from which 3 tactile flagella emerge. So, binga emerge, muraga tapo. Then the next is second antennae, which each have these 5 segments, peduncles, and a single long flagellum. Kung ang antennae, mao ni siya ang antennae salbing kanang naay murag ni kanang taas sa sabing ing-ana niya, mao na siya ang antennae. The next is the mandibles. Ang mandibles, ang iyang function is it is used to kanang galing sa ilang gikaon to grind the food. And then the next is first maxillae. Mao ni ang mo transfer sa food into the mouth. Mura ni siya plato, plate-like. Yes. And the next is second maxillae. Ang second maxillae o ang first maxillae is same ra siya. But ang second maxillae is na siya additional function unlike sa first maxillae. The next is the first and second maxillipedes. Ang first and second maxillipedes is same ra pud siya sa first and second maxillae nga functions as a mouth parts. Ang third maxillipedes, which are also mouth parts ra gyapon siya, but it look rather like legs. The first and second legs, which have pincers. These pincered legs are also called cilipedes. Now, makakita ra mo sa pictures kung unsay forma ng mga cilipedes, maxillipedes, or asa na siya nga part. The next is the ecology of the giant freshwater. Most live in fresh water. A few species live in a brackish water in the mouth of rivers. Though it's sabotable naman dyan siya, so no need na to elaborate pa. The next is Macrobrachium rosenbergi are a nocturnal ventic. When we say nocturnal, kuan dyan na sila, gabi na sila mo active. Yes, nocturnal ventic. Pero naa sila sa bottom. Wa sila sa sabing, nawa sila sa kanang top. Yeah. Macrobrachium rosenbergi are a nocturnal ventic or a bottom dwelling. Found as adults in freshwater lakes and rivers. Prawns are hardy, easy to grow, and a highly valued item as they consume detritus or waste, thereby helping to break down and convert organic matter into material that can be used by plants. Imagine the giant freshwater shrimp or prawn is not ay di ra kay sa tao ra, di kay maabulahan ang tao, kundi makahatag po sa importance sa plants and like sa ilang waste kay mo-convert as an organic matter or pwede siya muhimong fertilizer para motambok ang juta or mo grow ang plants. The next is the distribution of the giant freshwater shrimp or prawn. Macrobrachium rosenbergi, also known as a giant river prawn or giant freshwater prawn, is a commercially important species of polymonid freshwater prawn. There are 150 species of Macrobrachium in the world, of which 49 are commercial. 27 of commercial species are found in the Asia and the Pacific. Macrobrachium rosenbergi is found in the tropical and subtropical waters in the Indo-Pacific region in Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, India, Sri Lanka, uban pang countries, maybe because ang kanimang mga species is dali ra jud siya maka-adapt og kanang environment, dali ra siya mo grow unlike sa ubang species kung imong i-export or imong ibalhin ba sabing ing-ana something nga ing-ana. Though they are generally found in freshwater ponds, rivers, lakes, ditches, canals, depressions, low-lying floodplains, and river mouths. In life's life cycle in a freshwater giant prawn in mating, in creating, in kung sa ato apa unsaon pag panganak or unsaan paghimo og bata. Kung sa ilaha pa in mating, the male deposits spermatophores on the underside of the female thorax. Ang female thorax is between ay isud sa laki ang spermatophores between sa walking legs sa giant freshwater para maka-create og eggs. Female lay eggs 10,000 to 15,000 eggs up to 5 times kada year. Imagine, kada year. From these eggs has zoea, the first larval stage of crustaceans. Kani siyang zoea is more than kanang egg or larva nga musui kanang manglutaw sa mat ngayong anak kanang kanon po siya sa kung sa other nga species nay mokaon baya na ba say mokaon nga kanon nila tong larva tong mga ning swim nga mga eggs mo na siya ang zoea. They go through several larval stages before metamorphosing into post-larvae, at which stage they are 0.28 to 0.39 and 7.1 and 9.9 mm long and resemble adults. This metamorphosis usually takes place about 32 to 35 days after hatching. These post-larvae then migrate back into fresh water. The next is the reproduction. The mating on copulation of adults results in the deposition of gelatinous mass of semen, or also known or referred to as a spermatophore, on the underside of the thoracic regions of the female body between the walking legs. Successful mating can only take place between ripe females which have just completed their pre-mating moult, usually at night. Yes, gabi ira jud na sila mahitabo kay because active sila gabi kung buntag dili. They are nocturnal species and are therefore soft-shelled and hard-shelled males. The uses and importance of ecological and economical. First is we discuss the ecological importance. Improve the ecological balance of ponds by helping prevent massive algal blooms, lessening potential environmental impacts. Enculturing giant freshwater prawn is makatabang po ni si Jack para ma-prevent ang pagkadako nga case sa algal blooms. Makatabang po ni si Jack sa environmental. So, ang algal blooms man good kay diha daghang mga species ang mga madamay kung mo algal blooms yun siya. The next is economical. Commercially important for its value as a food source. Next is become a major economic resource by the 1980s. The next is the giant freshwater prawn farming is thus a major contributor to global aquaculture both in terms of quantity and value. The next is the status and trend in aquaculture and air capture. Though with the help of BFT, it supports intensive aquaculture production with no or minimum water renewal. The giant freshwater prawn is an established aquaculture species produced in many countries. As I said a while ago, nganong halos tanan countries nga naaang giant freshwater because dali ra kay ni sila mo-grow. Di ni kay sila daghang mga etos unlike sa laing species. It is very adaptable. Yes, dali ra kay siya mo adapt sa environment. Has rapid growth and is resistant and is adaptable to polyculture with fish species. For example, nako nabasahan nga article which ang giant freshwater shrimp ug ang Nile tilapia is giusa ra og culture which is polyculture. So, di kay siya hassle ba mo nang nakalami sa giant freshwater prone nga buhion. The next is harvesting is either total in batch rearing or partial and continuous or combined rearing. Total harvesting is achieved by gravity drain down or water removal through pumping, while sea nets are used for regularly culling prone larger animals rather. So, stretch net mesh sizes of 1.8 cm are used to harvest small prawns. Ang small prawns o ang large prawns kay na siya mga different nets nga gamitin para mo harvest. Di kay isa ra ka net ang gamiton. Next is the market and trade. Both domestic and international markets are expanding. Ang giant freshwater prawn is very kanang pangitaon siya sa mga restaurant because sa iyang flavor nga unique. And then uban sad palitan nila just because duha ang maka-benefits, ang tao ug ang plants, which is ang tao do makaon, ang plants is mo grow di pa jud makadaot, unlike ug magamit sila og pesticides. Muna ang nakanindot sa giant fresh water shrimp. In threats, di man jud malikayan ng threats exist in different species. So first, recently disease problems have become of serious concern to giant freshwater prawn farming. Yes. Kung karon is naa ang COVID-19 or nCoV sa giant freshwater shrimp is nasad ang mRNV, which is Macrobranchium virus. Muna siya ang whitish mussel disease or Macrobranchium is also called whitish disease or white-tail disease. Is a new serious epizootic disease caused by Macrobranchium virus mRNV. Muna ang ijang mga treats, muna ang ijang disease nga makakuan. Next is the laws governing or the protecting the species. So, with the help of this law implemented, nagkadaghan ang species, ang mga katong mga nigamit og mga illegal nga kanang, for just example, illegal farming, illegal fishing is pwede na sila dakop with the help of these implemented laws. The adherence to the FAO Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries would ensure that it remains sustainable and responsible. The next is Republic Act number 8550 dated February 25, 1998. Section 61B Republic Act 8550 Fisheries Code of 1998. Tungod sa laws nga gi-implement sa government na protektahan na mga species, unlike before nga wa pay laws nga bisag unsang gamitan mga moro ami nga makadaot nga maka-extinct sa mga species sa dagat. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. Bye.